Captain, are you ready? Great. It's Sarah, your dispatcher, you know? Just a quick reminder about today's job. You have loose cargo behind you. Standard shipment for one of our clients based in Pavolo nel Frignano. Expected in no time at Pavolo Airport. Sensitive cargo containers are designed to withstand turbulence, but it's crucial that you keep a steady flight speed and adjust to changing conditions. Let's get the cargo there secure and on time. All relevant information is in your flight packet, which is uploaded on your map as a reference. Fly safely, team.
King ground. Cessna Foxtrot Golf Whiskey Quebec uniform with Delta. Request taxi for takeoff. East departure.
Cessna Foxtrot Golf Whiskey Quebec uniform. Taxi 2 and hold short of runway tree 5. Using taxiway Charlie 1 cross runway 22 Bravo 1 Yankee Whiskey Charlie 5 Victor Alpha 7. Contact tower on 120.78 when ready.
Taxi 2 and hold short runway tree 5 using taxiway Charlie 1 cross runway 22 Bravo 1 Yankee Whiskey Charlie 5 Victor Alpha 7. Cessna Whiskey Quebec uniform. Tower, Cessna Foxtrot Golf Whiskey Quebec uniform ready at runway tree 5, east departure.
Cessna Foxtrot Golf Whiskey Quebec uniform. QNH 101 tree, departure to the east approved. Cleared for takeoff runway tree 5.
Cleared for takeoff runway tree 5. Cessna Whiskey Quebec uniform.
Cessna Whiskey Quebec uniform. Continue for east departure.
Tower, Cessna Foxtrot Golf Whiskey Quebec uniform. Continue for east departure.
Lima airspace. Frequency change approved.
Tower, Cessna Foxtrot Golf Whiskey Quebec uniform. Frequency change. Lima India Delta Papa traffic. Cessna Foxtrot Golf Whiskey Quebec uniform. 1 miles west, 3700, inbound to land. Runway 02, Lima India Delta Papa traffic. Delta Papa traffic. Cessna Foxtrot Golf Whiskey Quebec uniform is on final. Runway 02 to land. Lima India Delta Papa traffic. Lima India Delta Papa traffic. Cessna Foxtrot Golf Whiskey Quebec uniform is taxiing to parking. Lima India Delta Papa traffic.
If you've seen the image of
Ground service. This is flight ASU 8816 parking 1. Clear to start passenger boarding.
Received, Captain. We're proceeding. Fly safe.
Hi there, ready to leave? Your main guest, Mrs. Bringleton, needs to catch a flight at Tessera. Be punctual, uphold the company's standards, and ensure the client will just have to enjoy the view. See you.
Kachin Sa ground. India Yankee November Alpha India. Request taxi to be active. East departure.
India Yankee November Alpha India, taxi to and hold short of runway tree 0 using taxiway Alpha. Contact tower on 12.3.925 when ready.
Taxiing, hold short runway tree 0 using taxiway Alpha. November Alpha India. Ladies and gents, we are currently in line for takeoff and are expected to be in the air soon. Thank you for your attention. Caption Sa Tower, India Yankee November Alpha India. Ready for departure to the east at runway 30.
India Yankee November Alpha India. QNH 1013 East departure approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 30.
Cleared for takeoff runway 30, November Alpha India. Ladies and gents, this is your captain. Thank you for choosing to travel with us. I invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy your journey of Venezia Mestre. Sa Tower, India Yankee November Alpha India, frequency change.
So I might not be very talkative. Hope you won't mind, Captain. They're waiting for me there. I'll call you as soon as I'm done, but it might be a while. Can you send me the driver's number again? I forgot it when I left. Thanks. Talk to you later. Mestre. Yes. And lunch tomorrow, you in? Absolutely. Looking forward to catching up. Yes. See ya. Great. I'm heading to the meeting, thanks for the private chauffeur. Okay, I'll download this update as soon as I'm at the hotel. Okay, yes, I'm 100% ready. Will do. My assistant is already aware. Sure, keep me posted. Catch you later. Hey, dear, just a quick chat to tell you everything's okay. Everyone's home. Fine. No. Not in 3 days, but 4. Yeah, heading back to San Giorgio Piacentino in 4 days. I'm sure I did tell you. Anyway, I'll let you go then.
Focus ground. India Yankee November Alpha India. Taxi to parking.
India Yankee November Alpha India. Taxi to General Aviation, parking via taxiway. Charlie Cross runway 0. 4 left Whiskey Mike Kilo Juliet Alpha Kilo Alpha Juliet Alpha.
Taxiing to General Aviation parking via taxiway. Charlie Cross runway 0. 4 left Whiskey Mike Kilo Juliet Alpha Kilo Alpha Juliet Alpha November Alpha India. To all passengers, welcome to Tessera. Local time is 9:02 a.m. and temperature is 59 degrees Fahrenheit. Thanks for flying with us today and enjoy your stay in Venezia Mestre.
even managed to catch some shut-eye, and I'm not usually a fan of hello rides.
Now that you've tried some climbs and descents, we'll introduce turning. Throughout this lesson, maintain your current altitude of 4,000 feet. Our heading is the direction our nose is pointing, measured in degrees. The main electronic display in front of you is the primary flight display, or PFD. At the bottom center of the PFD, we see the horizontal situation indicator, or the HSI. The HSI shows us the direction our nose is pointing, called our heading. Headings are measured in degrees, with east being 090, south 180, west 270, and north 360. Currently we're heading west. That's 270 degrees. When turning, we want to aim for a bank angle of around 20 degrees. Along the top of the attitude indicator are white lines. Each line represents 10 degrees. Normally we use about 20 degrees of bank, which is the second white line. Let's try it out. Make a turn to the left onto heading 180, using 20 degrees of bank. You didn't maintain 4,000 feet while turning. Once your altitude, maintain 4,000 feet. Keep turning until heading south, at which point, smoothly roll back to wings level. That's it, stop turning there and you'll be heading due south. Heading 180. That's it, stop turning there and you'll be heading due south. Heading 180. Great, now try and maintain this heading for a short while. You missed our target heading. Now make a turn to the right, onto a heading of 350. Now smoothly roll wings level onto a heading of 350. Now maintain heading 350 for a bit. Well done, but there's room for improvement.
day business shuttle to Hanover? Your main passenger, Mr. Kelly, is commuting to catch an important flight at Lehigh Valley International. Please nail this important flight and make sure the client comes back to us any soon.
Kilo Mike Sierra Victor traffic. November 23340 is taxiing to runway 15. Kilo Mike Sierra Victor traffic. Dear passengers, we are currently in line for takeoff and are expected to be in the air soon. Thank you for your attention. Sierra Victor traffic. November 23340. Taking off runway 15. South departure. Kilo Mike Sierra Victor traffic. Dear passengers, this is your captain. Thank you for choosing to travel with us. I invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy your journey to Hanover.
expecting a lot of phone calls on the flight. Sorry I won't chat with you. I'm sure you're used to it.
Dear passengers, welcome to Lehigh Valley International local time. It is 1:38 p.m. and temperature is 59 degrees Fahrenheit. Thanks for flying with us today and enjoy your stay in Hanover.
I appreciate this flight going smoothly.
I know that it's August now, but the last day of July really did bring a little bit of excitement to the helicopter flight simming community for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. And I believe the first flight was in '74 to where some of the
Hello everyone, in today's video we're going to be taking a look at the S-76 by Cohen Sims. Now I like Cohen Sim helicopters. I think they make some of the finest. Love to do some kind of video where we actually take a look at, sort of the ins and outs and do like the autopilot. This helicopter has an autopilot, things like that. But I've still got a lot of work to do. And I love this back seat here and the little phone for calling. That's so cute. I have not figured out a way to get back here yet. And like I said, this is a first impression, so very little time in this thing. Very, very little time. But anyway, let's do it. So first of all, take a look at visuals here. I love the fact I have landing gear. Landing gear helicopters are kind of special to me because you can do some really stupid things with them, which I'll save for another day. Again, MI8, if you want to see something funny, reverse wheelies. But the other cool thing I like about the S-76 is, from what I know about it, is it's a fast helicopter. This thing ain't no 90 knot cruise speed. This thing is business, business, business. And the visuals look good. I like the fact that I have barely any of this showing. Of course, rough landings, I promise you on this one. This is also a stability assisted helicopter, so we're going to be very, very interested to see kind of how everything handles in that regard. We don't have any of the walkthrough, I notice, right away. This got a little bit of Flight Sim 2020 vibe to it. Good, no offense. All right, so as I mentioned, the manual on this thing is not great. I was a little disappointed on it. I've started doing some research to actually find some more information out about the helicopter so I can do a much better job of explaining everything in here and kind of what it does. But like I said, I just want to kind of work with what I have and just sort of kind of take it as it goes so you can kind of get a feel for it. There is a distinct lack of attention to this helicopter. Everybody saw the Black Hawk coming out. Tempting, but like I said, Black Hawks are cool. But like I said, say that front of the day as well. All right. So take a look on the inside. We got a little mix of the old and the new as far as graphics goes. I love the fact we have the individual circuit breakers. Of course, you can ask me how many times in this game I've ever actually pushed one of the circuit breakers, and unless it's a Beechcraft 60, 0. It's kind of one of those things. There's the bleed air switch. I was wondering where that is. And again, got a little bit of old, a little bit of new. Some of the graphics, not too bad, but most of it looks really, 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 really good. I love the T-handles there. Very old school. I'm a little frustrated with the camera, I'm not going to lie. It's just a little tricky to navigate my head in here. And I know there are like quick views and stuff like that, but I just find it a little bit tricky to kind of zip around here. Like I said, without a lack of information, it's a little tricky, but we're going to deal with it. All right, let's get this party started. So the first thing I think we're supposed to do here, and again, I'm taking a look at my handy dandy little piece here, is we're supposed to either do an external power sort or a battery starts. And you can see we've got a lovely little battery switch here. I'm going to go ahead and pop that on. Can you like an inverter or a fan going right there? I like that. Pretty good. Swinging down here, we're going to go ahead and pop on. Let's see here. This is our anti-ice panel. This is going to be our external power test panel. I'm just kind of going through all the switches here and just kind of seeing where everything is. Got our logo lights, our passenger signs, everything along those lines. This is what I was looking for. Anti-collision. We probably want to turn on the bacon light here. I like the barrier filter. Wiggle, wiggle. And everything looks pretty darn good there. So what we're supposed to do now is we're supposed to make sure the rotor brake is off, which it is. We're supposed to make sure the rotor's clear, which it is. We're supposed to make sure the engine out test switch is okay. So I can go ahead and pop that one real quick. That was just the press to reset. Yes, I know. And this is the part that blows my mind. You're supposed to put this on crossfeed. And I don't know, there's something about this which just feels weird to me. My brain, I should be putting on like Prime or something like that. But like I said, I don't know enough about this helicopter yet. And this is just my impressions. I feel like there should be a sound effect there. I don't know. It's just me. It's just me. All right, so what we're supposed to do now is we're supposed to take this and pop this into idle, which I believe it's pretty easy. You can just kind of do one of those and you can push it back. And we might as well just do it to both while we're at it. And that's the idle position. Part of me loves the fact the power levers are above my head. That makes me feel like it's a real helicopter, but it's so nice when it's on the collective. And of course, after we do that, we're supposed to go ahead and push the engine start switch, which is right there. We have a display here, so it makes it a little easier. So we're going to cheat a little here. I'm going to go ahead and click this and hold it. And then I'm going to use my joystick to move my head around. Let's see what happens here. And I definitely did not push that button correctly because we had no sign of movement there. I definitely did not push it. Huh. That's interesting. Intriguing. The thing seems to either be jammed or I've done something horribly wrong here. Interesting. Let's see if I can go ahead and pop that off and press it again. Oh, now it works. That was weird. Apparently they thought it was too far back. No, we're not getting power. We are definitely not getting power here. Hang on. Turns out there's a switch you have to turn on the starter. I always miss silly stuff like that. Oh, it's making noises. There it goes. Now it's starting up, no problem. All right, you can stop screaming at the screen now. Like I said, no good manual. It's coming up smoothly. I like how you don't have to press and hold it. It's just going to kind of do its thing. And you can see we've got a good start on that engine. We're at 42. Well, we did not overheat anything in the red. I kind of like that. All right, let's go ahead and grab the other one. And go ahead and snap that into that position too. We're going to go just climb over here. Like I said, a little inconvenient to push this button, but we'll deal. Go ahead and press that. I'll be quiet so you can listen. Pretty quiet. Looks like we're past the little N1 threshold. You can see there's sort of the danger zone there. No hydraulic pressure yet. That's troublesome, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. All right, so usually what we do here is we go ahead and increase the fuel until we get to a certain percentage. I think this one says you have to like bring it up to like 52 or something like that. Let's see how that works. And that should get us a couple extra RPM. That's about 63. We're supposed to make sure it's stable at about 70. I'm going to call that pretty darn stable, and you can see this is kind of the green line. And now we can go ahead and pop some switches here. All right, I'm going to pull these two off. Here we go. DC on, DC2, AC, inverter, inverter. All right, switches and lights are coming on. I like it. I like it. I wish this looked a little better, but I'll be okay with it. Let's go ahead and pop this up to flight. I feel like this whole thing would go and jump off the ground when I just did there. And we got an AC generator warning. All right, AC generator warning is the universal sign for pop it to test, and then push it all the way forward and see if the warning goes out. The warning goes out. Haha, we win. Okay, let's see what we're supposed to do now. Generator switches are good. EFIS, flight director. Aha! This is kind of cool. This one has an autopilot. And like I said, I barely know how to use it, but I have my general ideas. Basically, you have your stability control systems down here. You can see you have all the yaw trims and stuff like that. But the concept is you turn this on. This is SAS mode, which just means stability. And you snap it to AT, which now means we can actually turn on the automatic pilot on this one. And that's kind of cool because you can actually take a look at the different channels here to see what's actually being ordered and what's not. The autopilot's not actually on right now. The autopilot itself is this guy over here. We also have an FMS. Definitely fiddle with this later. I recognize this one. I'm pretty sure I can figure this one out. Like I say, this for another day. But what I want to do is I want to fly this thing and actually try it out. You know what I mean? Like, I haven't had a chance yet. Uh-oh. Well, it looks like the GPS bug exists once again. That's something, like I said, I don't worry about. So not bad so far. I'm noticing a lot of buttons that don't do anything, which is, usually that's okay. I'm noticing a lot of buttons here, like if I just hit this one. Doesn't seem like, no, it's doing something. It's doing something. Then we get the LNAV button. Okay, I have nothing from the FMS, so that's probably not going to do much. And again, we have a couple of the switches here. I'm just kind of poking around. Like I said, taking in, I love the fact we have a landing gear switch. Makes it realistic. Supposedly there's like a menu or something, but I have no idea what button pushes that. Like I said, very new here. This is just first impressions. First impressions. All right, we've got all sorts of this. Warnings that here. We can go ahead and lock the cabin door. Got a little switch here. What does that do? Like I said, I'm just looking around at this point. Engine out test. Ah, that's where it was. I was looking for that earlier. All right, looks good to me. Give it a little tap. All right, let's do it. Let's see what this thing is like. Okay, now this is a wheeled helicopter, which means you can do some really, really fun things. Oh, it doesn't like that. You know why? No, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're definitely on fly. Why didn't it like that? That was strange. All right, let's find out. Oh, we are heavy. I thought this thing was like overpowered. Oh, look at that stability control on this thing. Holy smokes. Gosh, the stability on this thing is aggressive. Oh my goodness. All right, I'm gonna let go of the cyclic. I'm not touching anything right now. Holy crap, do you see that? Ah, that's crazy. It's sinking a little bit, but that's okay. We're gonna bounce off the ground here, which is what I expected. Gosh, this thing's stabilized. Like, I'm not used to flying helicopters with stability control. This is weird. All right, again, just trying. All right, let's get the wheels out of the way. Oh my goodness, we are right into the yellow there. We're about to overheat things. Oh, this is weird. This is weird. I know you're, again, trying to decide whether or not you want to buy this helicopter, and you've stayed with me that long. Thank you. It's very stable, and, like, I'm not doing anything. Like, again, I could just go like this with the cyclic. Yeah, let me put it right here. All right, I am not on the controls. My feet aren't there. My hand is not there, and apparently I've got an emergency warning light here. That's probably something I should look into. Yeah, it's kind of just drifting, but again, we have a little bit of wind today, kind of a deal. So it does not surprise me at all. Okay, so some quick comments about handling. It's different. It's a little less powerful than I expected. I thought this thing was going to be a little bit of a twitch fest, but it's not. All right, let's go ahead and nose over and build up a little bit of speed. One thing that, like I said, with the retractable wheels, we should be able to get this thing going pretty darn fast here. I'm going to give it a little bit of torque. Our torque is at 95%. Gosh. Whoa. That's surprising. Also, Cliffs of Dover. All right. You'll have some really fun things for that this week, by the way. Oh, my goodness. This thing, once this thing gets going, it goes. 110. Oh, my gosh. Look at that. Feed a little more torque here. 130. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I'm getting the radar altimeters warning me here. There it is. 146. Wow. Yeah, helicopters don't move like this. The only other helicopter that comes immediately to my head of speeds like this is a Mi-24, the Crocodile. That thing just books it. And with the stability controls, England's leaking. With the stability controls on this thing, oh my goodness, it's like a brick. All right, now I appreciate the warning lights and all those other things, but you got to tell me what they actually mean. All right, let's put this thing on Twitchy mode because, like I said, I'm impressed with its speed. Let me start with that. Some of the other systems modeling, I really wish there was just better documentation. All right, let's come swing around here. Nice aggressive, like 3G turn. I'm sure the imaginary passengers in the back just love me for this. All right, I'm gonna gently kind of swing over. Whoa, whoa. Over torque. Okay, I am really surprised with the power on this. Like, I thought it was better than that. It is fast, it just, not like that. All right, let's have some fun. So I've shut off the automatic pilot channels. That does not mean that this thing is not still trimmed like it was, what it is. I'm actually gonna pop off the trims. So this thing is completely unstabilized, and that's just what I'm kind of curious about, to kind of get a feel for that. Just, okay, so couple comments. It feels like I'm flying, not a DC-3, but like, it's just heavy, like really heavy. Like, not like Chinook heavy, but it's got that kind of like, just inertia to it. Now, even though I've shut off the stability controls on this thing, and I'm taking these nice gentle turns, it's just like thick. And I know that sounds like it's hard to describe, especially if you're coming from like an R66 or an R22. This is just, it's a lot. It's a lot. All right, let's go ahead and see if we can get the automatic pilot working. Like I said, not an expert on this thing, so we'll see what happens. All right, we'll go pop that. I'll turn it on ATT mode. Getting that nose up before I smack into the ground like an idiot. All right, so standby mode is on. Let's do altitude hold. Oh! Hello, good morning, autopilot. Oh, hello. Nice to meet you too, I guess. Put indicated airspeed hold mode on, which should lock our airspeed at 140 knots. You can see the little marker right there. Fantastic. This is wrong. Helicopters don't fly themselves. Oh my goodness. This is so wrong. All right, let's fiddle with it some more. We'll go ahead and head over to Calais here. We'll do 90. I think we're a little high on the power here. Down to 90. Looks good to me. Let's look out the window. I just want to make sure I'm not going to hit anything, because like I said, I'm pulling knobs instead of looking, which is never recommended. I do have a bit of a slip here. I don't know what the deal with that is, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. All right, let's go ahead and give it a shot real quickly there. That's good. Heading hold. Go. Whoa, here we go again. Oh, man, feel this. It's a helicopter that just goes. Oh, this is so scandalous. I'm losing altitude very quickly, however. All right, you gonna hold my altitude? Nope. Somehow I hit the button to shut that off. Hear that sound? That's the sound of running into the torque limiter. Oh, this is so weird. Oh, I don't like a helicopter that can fly itself. Oh, this is weird. Oop. Put that back on real quickly. Okay, so that seems to pop itself off, and that beep must have been the thing saying, hey, just so you know, I popped it off. I see it. Yeah, it doesn't like that very much. Yeah, we're over-revving it. All right. Shut my autopilot off. Just be able to hit this button right here. There it goes. All right. Let's see what we can do as far as getting this thing on the ground. Something's beeping at me unhappily. That's probably a radar altimeter. Whoa! Look at it buff it! And you're sitting here going, oh man, this thing's fast. All right, so comments so far. And again, thank you for hanging around. The big thing here is it's just a lot of very high-speed helicopter. Like, it feels like I'm flying through gel compared to, like, regular helicopters. It's a little underpowered. The sounds aren't bad. I feel like there'd be a little bit more stuff to it. I'm a little disappointed I can't go in the back seat. Like, I legitimately thought there'd be, like, a camera button for that, but if I go up to camera, check this out. There is no back seat. Just surprises me. I don't know why that is, but like I said, I'm not going to worry about it too much. All right, let's go get this thing on the ground. I have no idea what the landing speed is or anything along those lines. I hear this thing beeping at me again, which means I'm getting low. Pull the nose up a little bit. I appreciate the fact it beeps at you when you get low. Huh. You expect to be landing your operating speed right here, but that's okay. Yeah, comment so far. Looks pretty good, I'd say. You know, maybe a little about average as far as looks goes. It's certainly not bad looking. Sound, it's pretty good. I mean, it sounds exactly like I'd expected. Cameras, I wish it was a little bit better with the back. Systems, I feel like it's a work in progress. And again, I could be 100% wrong on that. But you can tell that there's a lot of buttons down here that don't do anything. Now, this one was a $37 US price tag, which is not a small number, especially seeing a lot of other helicopters about that price range are a little more detailed than this, which, like I said, kind of surprises me. But if you want a helicopter, this is pretty cool. And like I said, let's go take it down here. Oh man, I'm so not, like I said 10 times already. The stability control is just something else. Like, I'm just not used to that. Pull that nose up. Just want to see what it wants to do here. I just can't get over that. It's going to start getting really sinky in a second. All right, you want to hear a really angry rotor? Watch this, watch this, watch this. You hear it? Okay, so they got that right. That was blade slap, by the way. You just load up the rotor on unevenly, and it makes very angry clappy noises. Okay, let's see if we can set this thing on the ground. Let's see, torque is at 54%. We're not quite in a hover yet. We're doing about 14 knots. All right, let's see what this feels like. It's really stable. I'm not arguing with that. It's definitely easier to fly than an Apache, I'll give you that. All right, I like that. I like that. Let's go settle onto the ground here. That's the warning. So my nose is up and I'm still going forward. Do you notice that? Like if you look, my attitude is 10 degrees nose up, but we're still going forward. So just trying to feel what it wants to do. And yes, this is not even terrain for helicopter landing. All right, we're going backwards now. Come on. I'm just not used to this. We're gonna bounce. Oh, I thought it was a parking brake. Okay, okay. Let's see if we can figure out how to shut it off. I got a pretty good idea how to shut it off. All right, so we're going to have to reduce RPM. It's basically got to come first. And I would assume we could just do that by going like that. Yeah, there it is. All right, let's go safely shut off some systems. All right, that's good. Now to shut it off, we should just be able to cut the fuel off like that. Yep, that worked. Kind of a weird sound. Go ahead and give the rotor brake a pull. Does not say what speed we're not supposed to use it at. Never a good thing. Oh, there it is. 65. Give it a tug, give it a tug. Oh, so you can actually hit the rotor brake with it at idle. Oh, go ahead and release it. All right, not bad. Not bad. I like it. I like it. I could definitely see making a series about flying it once I figure it out myself. But other than that, enjoy.
Hey, what's up guys? My main deck in Clash Royale with Rail Recruits has gotten a lot better. By swapping out a fly machine with Spirit Empress, you'll be soaring higher in ranks. While Flying Machine dies the Fireball, the Spirit Empress tag to make the high. And as long as you don't drop spells, the Goblin Giant's going to get eaten alive. Let's go devour that thing, Shrek. That's what I'm talking about. Obviously, he just keeps chucking the Sparky emote, so I think it's a Sparky.